Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's time for a little Andor, specifically Season 2, Episode 10, Make It Stop, which is a disturbing title in and of itself. But what isn't disturbing, at least as far as the enjoyment of this show goes, we're entering into what is the last year, the last moments before the Battle of Yavin, the final 3-episode arc or 3-episode story beat of the series of Andor. Friends, this has been an absolute masterpiece. I can't wait to see how the creatives bring it home. If you could do me a quick favor though and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to go to a galaxy far, far away. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider sticking with us on YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes about a day early, plus any bonus episodes we come up with. But my dear friends, no more time for stalling. All that was then and this is now, and now it's time to see how this all shakes out as we watch Andor Season 2, Episode 10, Make It Stop. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
Next time, catch them first, then make them famous. You stayed here long enough.
I'm not finished yet.
They're gonna find you.
Oh my God, is this where Luthen goes down?
Eventually they'll hang us both. You set that course the first time we met.
Lonnie.
Coruscant's the problem now.
Has it ever crossed your mind that Partagas put me on Axis because I don't seek glory?
Yeah, well,
I need the end game. I can't keep track anymore. All this.
yeah, Luthen's breaking. I mean, I don't know what I expected. This was not going to end well. It's very Shakespearean. It's like we know the end, but we watch the play anyway. You know, two households, both alike in dignity. You know, okay, we know what's going to happen, but we watch anyway. That's the joy of it. It's the performance and the presentation. How do they tell this story? What a show. What a show, what a series when it's how they tell it, not what they're telling us. Because we already know. We already know how this shakes out. Crazy. Has to be one of the most successful prequels as far as story delivery I think I've ever experienced. You're providing tension to a known outcome. Oh my God. Are they going to tell us how before the Battle of Yavin? Lonnie, you've done a hell of a job, buddy. Reluctantly, but I think everybody's time is up. Look at the reflections of the buildings. Oh my God, amazing. She is so badass.
Going like this is risky enough. Just promise me if it doesn't look perfect, you won't engage.
I think we used up all the perfect.
We gotta get close enough.
Move.
They know it's the end. Woo! That look got me. Holy smokes. What acting. Just in that little exchange. Amazing. Amazing.
Ramiro contacted a friend of mine in Tactical last night.
This is...
She's looking for a team to be put together for an operation in Coruscant. I think she's coming for you.
Why would your friend?
He owes me one.
He wanted to know if I thought it was safe to comply.
Are you not sure? So call him back and find out.
This light of day shit is...
I'm burned.
How are you burned?
Promises were made. I have my wife and my daughter tucked away for the moment, but I need you to tell me how you're going to get us out of Coruscant.
Tell me what you've done.
I have had Ramiro's code cert for a year now.
You went into her files?
I had a 2-hour window.
And you still don't know if she's coming after me or not?
I didn't have time.
Oh my God, Lonnie.
Something huge.
Oh, Jesus, the Death Star.
You're not the only one who'll be running. We're in this together. I need details. What are we up against?
Oh my God.
Orson Krennic's been building a secret weapon for over a decade. Colonel Yularen wasn't even told until a month ago.
What kind of weapon?
Where will you take us?
Yavin.
What is that?
We'll be safe there. As safe as we can be.
Oh, don't string Lonnie out. He's done everything he can. I almost think that Luthen's gonna kill him to sever the thread. So it can't be followed back to him. Oh, he did. Oh, Luthen. The dude only did what he... Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kyber, Krennic, Urso.
Galen, Ursa, Galen.
Engineer, Galen Urso. Superweapon, based in Scarif, fuel from Gorman, Kyber from Jeddah. No, I'm doing the comms.
No, you're not.
I'll be faster.
I'll do the burn. Please don't argue.
He's sending you away.
Go.
Oh my god, it's all coming to a head. Who is it? Watch it be Dedra. Oh my god.
So, calm here.
Oh my god. She knows, yeah. There's no way.
Only 2 pieces of questionable provenance in the gallery. Any guesses?
The two of you.
Probably ceremonial. Only 3 others have ever been found.
Wow.
I may have something for you.
Oh. It would have to be stunning.
Now I'm nervous. What if it's not?
Not what?
Stunning, yeah. Oh boy.
You've come all this way.
Let's get to the shadow play here. Let's see what we got.
A vintage Imperial Starpath unit. A little damaged, perhaps. But I'd say it's held its value.
Well played.
Hiding in the shelter of Imperial peace and quiet.
And I've known you all along.
Haha.
You disgust me.
Do you want to know why?
Everything you stand for.
Freedom scares you.
Mm-hmm.
And back to your ridiculous wig and little workshop.
How confident you are.
We're done here.
Confident and terrified.
Look at this.
And you're too late. The rebellion isn't here anymore. It's flown away. It's everywhere now. There's a whole galaxy out there waiting to disgust you.
Oh my god!
And soon you'll be telling us all about it.
Anybody gonna draw?
What have you done? Turn around. Turn around.
Oh my god, is this it? Oh, Luthen.
Caesar back! Where's the med team? Step back, make room!
I need him.
Oh. Oh, Luthen. I mean, we all knew this was gonna happen. Oh, it's a droid. That's awesome. What a scene. What a scene between those two. Oh, she saw it. Run, Clea. Run. I guess I'm gonna just cry through the last part of this. Jesus, what has happened to me?
I'll let him tell you.
About Young. We just got word 3 minutes ago.
No. This thing with Miro.
Supervisor here!
Oh boy. How's this all gonna shake out? Because that was obviously her going rogue. That was his desk, his axis.
She's been warned about stepping over boundaries before.
Young is dead. That's why I'm late.
What?
He was killed. They just found him in a park across town.
Oh my god. I hate to see them in the shop, man. The gallery. Ugh. You would think they would have had better, like, scorched earth protocols for the gallery. Like, it would just blown the whole effing thing up. I wonder if this thing's gonna blow up. It'll be rigged to blow, because it's got that AI in it. I like how they're taking their time. All these haunts, his whole network. She's all that remains. She needs to get out of here. Oh my God, they're gonna know. They have to know about her. There's no way they don't.
Crossfire. Where's my crossfire?
Where are we? Yavin? Flashback? She's absolutely amazing. I love this character. She better have her most foolproof ID in this one. Where are we? That's her hiding, isn't it? What are you doing?
Make it stop! Make it stop!
Jesus, the acting in this is so amazing.
Any burners you got? He wants that whole street out there on fire.
What are we watching?
Anything before we get that building to the target.
These aren't clones, so it's not the Clone War. I don't think, anyway. Oh my God.
Sergeant Lear, come in.
Sergeant Lear.
Sergeant!
So she was like a refugee, like a war refugee or orphan. But I don't know what the conflict was. Please do not go for him. Oh my God. I like the stormtroopers without their helmets on. That's an interesting little... Or if that's a different rank, you don't have to wear a helmet. I don't know. They definitely have the armor on, though. You got to get out of here. She's thinking, there's no way in hell you can get him. Oh, he's in a hospital, maybe? I'm sure it's just swarming with Imperials, though.
Need to clear everyone immediately.
The floor's full. These are my patients.
Then I'm sure you'll do a better job moving them than we will.
Boy, she's overstepping. I mean, when does the rest of the Imperial, when the ISB show up and be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, they could easily be watching her. They could easily be knowing that she's going to do this, you know? Is that like a lockpick?
It's probably some sense.
Yeah, you're all out of perfect. Is she looking for his effects, maybe? No, Greg, she's looking for a disguise. I'm so spun up. I'm like going for the extreme possibilities instead of the obvious ones. Like everything on him wouldn't be in lockdown. She's absolutely amazing. If she pulls this off somehow, it'll be one of the craziest things I've ever seen in Star Wars. Yeah, they're coming for you.
Everything's under control.
That's a bold statement.
That's a bold statement.
I have a call in to Partagaz.
Well, we'll have that forwarded for you.
What does that mean?
You're under arrest.
Ooh.
I have access. I found him.
I came with an ISB marshal.
I have to talk to Partagaz.
He sent me.
Fine. Let's get this sorted.
There is no getting anything sorted. The fall of Luthen and Dedra. Wow. Hey, what's up, buddy? We're just going for a ride. Don't worry about it.
Not a booming market right now.
Really?
This isn't Cassian's planet, is it?
20.
10 if you smile.
20.
Does she know how this works?
We already have an offer for 15.
Oh, who done that?
Zuli, back by the gate.
Suli, and she's a thief. 18's my max.
Sold, but no smile.
Wow.
Am I your daughter now?
When it's useful.
When it's useful.
I'm Luther now, you're Claire. Everything else is up for grabs.
What?
sorry, love.
We'll check in down here then. Let them know.
We're leaving.
Oh my God, she just watched it. Dear God.
We fight to win. That means we lose. And lose and lose and lose. Until we're ready.
And then we win. Like, look at the shoes they made for this. I mean, you don't walk into TJ Maxx and pick those up. I don't think. No offense, TJ Maxx, if that's one of your product lines, so.
You're gonna have to turn back. There's no access here.
I was sent for Dr. Nash.
This unit is closed. Let's go.
Wow, great stunt work. That guy took that on the face, unless that was a mock-up, but that, I don't know, it fell with the right physics. Oh my God, she can see him. She made it to the floor. It's unreal. What's that?
How many do you think there are?
50. Maybe more. You're not eating. It's a beautiful place.
How long do we have?
Look
Where
around.
are we? Is this Naboo?
I need to know you're making a choice. I lived most of my life without ever realizing that that was a possibility.
You're afraid.
He has something to lose now.
I'm only afraid of what I'm doing to you.
I know what I want.
She certainly does.
Why are you doing this?
Because today it's real.
You promised.
I lie. Get used to it.
Get used to it.
Don't.
It's like a trigger for an explosive.
Look at me. We'll be leaving now. We made our choice.
So that was to show us too that she's got one of those triggers, but what could it possibly, what could she have secreted up here that, oh, to the 17th floor or whatever it is? Unless he's got something on him? Oh, look at that. See him lift? Jesus. I'm like white knuckling it. We're gonna hide him, but the other bodies can just... You can't get him out of here. But that was never the plan, was it? I love how she knows how to work everything. What if that was like Bacta or like some type of like anesthetic? Obviously it was keeping him asleep. Oh my God. You were the spark, Luthen. The two of you were. Oh my God, here they come. Make it stop. Wow. It's like they closed the curtain on him. Give him the respect, you know? Well done. Well done. Woo! All right, everybody, we just finished the 10th episode of Andor's second and final season, Make It Stop. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished Make It Stop, the 10th episode of Andor's second and final season. Woo boy. To be very honest, I love the way that this was shot. This was shot very minimalistically. I mean, obviously we had the flashbacks, which were the carry narrative for the entire episode. The present day stuff outside of Lonnie's like revelation at the very top of the episode was really, really done in face acting. And, on Dedra, we did have like the exchange there with like, presumably her end of her career. But at the same time, I just love the silence of Clea, like going through the hospital, the shots of her in retrospect, the flashback episodes. And now what I was muttering in the reaction was I didn't know where the conflict was initially, or even who, he was fighting for, who Luthen was fighting for. Because there wasn't any identifiable, like, I didn't see the ship. I don't know if he was fighting for the Empire or the Republic or whatever would happen to be at that time. I didn't understand what was going on. And then when we cut to the next scene where he was talking with Clea, getting ready to sell that, I guess an initial piece of whatever it was, it reminded me of that kind of, jungle planet or whatever it was that Cassian came from. And the one where they started off and he strip mined, then he lost his sister and things like that. And I thought, oh my God, is she your sister? I know that's not the case, because if I remember correctly, and I haven't watched the first episode of Andor in forever, but I remember her being younger than him. If I'm remembering, I'm probably not actually, but I thought that in my mind, it's my Swiss cheese brain, Cassian's sister was younger. But outside of my brain fog, the episode was exquisitely constructed. We got to see the much needed reveal of the backstory between Luthen and Clea, like how they, how this whole partnership seemed to form, and the idea that it was so early in her life, you know what I mean? And really kind of changed the direction of his life. We're not sure exactly, if he knew that she was in there. Obviously he faked that his ship or craft had some type of problem that needed to reboot. And presumably he took off and never rejoined whatever army he was with, because they seemed to be running at that point because he had her. I mean, there's no way he would have been able to keep her and still, be a sergeant in whatever active military force he was in. So, when they met, serendipitously as it was, it seems that they changed the course of each other's lives. And, she was a rebel born. An absolute rebel born. I mean, if there was ever any, doubt in your mind that Clea wasn't, down to her genetic structure ready for this type of conflict, it is absolutely put to bed in this episode, because she proved not only in her past, but also in her present that she is an ass kicker and she is a member of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. Really cool stuff, and I thought it was so classy, so well done, so really kind of theatrical in the best possible way to say that whenever they had Luthen, when she turned off the machine and Luthen died, and we just saw him on the table and we slowly faded to black. That was really well done. It was really well. It was an honorific given to a character that was very, very flawed. But the honor being that he and Clea were absolutely the sparks that lit the rebellion. There's no other way to put it. There were other people out there that were doing rebellious activities, but he's the one that kind of pointed a lot of people in the right direction that ultimately crashed together to form the Rebel Alliance. So when the spark of rebellion was lit, that spark we now know came, in my mind, one of the sparks, let's just put it like that, came from Luthen and Clea. And I love the respect that was given in that moment. And, and Sarsgaard did such an amazing job in both roles of that character, both as Luthen, the art dealer, and Luthen, the rebel. And it was just so well, just exquisite performance. One of my favorites I've ever seen, to be very honest with you. I think it was powerful. It's something that could be studied. Just his different physicality that he put on when he was the art dealer, just the narrowing of his eyes, all of the facial acting, everything that he put into the character is a testament to an actor that is experienced as he is, but an actor too that has the passion in the project. He's invested. You could tell immediately he was invested in the character of Luthen. And I mean, it's easy to say too, he's getting paid to do that, so he better be. Right. In my life, and I can't speak for everybody, I've been paid to do jobs that I could have given two shits about, and did I do them well? I did them to the best of my ability. Did I put any passion into them? Absolutely not. It didn't warrant, it didn't, I'm not going to reward some boring menial task with my passion, he says. But, and that's the same thing that goes with acting. I mean, everybody has seen very, very good actors that have cashed in for a paycheck. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people always say, oh, everybody needs to go after these Oscar worthy roles. And I think that the actors themselves will be the first ones to tell you the Oscar winning roles don't pay the bills. They don't pay as well as the big, summer blockbusters or whatever. But, the idea too, and this is what I've said in several other reactions, like Star Trek, the original series, but with shows like The Expanse is the one that I'm thinking of with this one. When you have actors that are brought into a sci-fi property or comic book property, I think of Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox in Daredevil, when you're brought into a property, but even though it's a very specific genre that might not have been taken seriously in the past, and that's easily science fiction and comic books and things like that, but you bring to it the ideas, the passion, your drive, your expertise, your excellence, and you don't care what the genre is. You're in for the character development. You get invested in the character that you're helping to create as the actor. And watching Sarsgaard go in there and really make Luthen his own and think of the scenes that we've seen, him, arguing over art pieces, him losing a Star Destroyer interceptor or whatever that thing was with the radar dishes. I mean, he was absolutely across the board a fantastic. I can't imagine Andor without him, or with another actor playing Luthen. I'm sure somebody could have played Luthen just as well, but that's a foregone conclusion. You can say, I'm sure there's people out there that are as good an actor as Sarsgaard, but are there people out there that are as good an actor, but also willing to commit as fully as he did? That's the special sauce. And commit he did. Boy, oh boy, I can just go on and on about him, but you know what? I think they did it best with the fade to black. That was a really, really classy thing to do, and I think the director really got it. I think the creatives really got it, and I think that, it, again, like I said, it was like they were allowing him center stage, center spotlight as they slowly closed the curtain on him or dropped the curtain, on Luthen. Really well done. Fantastic. And I'm so glad that, think about all the other shows that we, watch and things like that would have had some type of B plot going on here that was maybe even removed from Clea and Luthen, Instead, we got a full story, an entire episode that dealt with how they started and how they ended. And that is powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. I mean, I guess you could say the Dedra story was the B plot in a way, but if you're going to have a fall from grace episode, I don't know, you might as well have more people going over the falls, you know what I mean? And I think that was definitely so very fitting, along with our bookend of how Clea and Luthen started to how they ended, to how Dedra and Luthen started to how they ended. Very, very expertly well done. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time to watch these last few episodes of Andor. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider sticking with us on YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes about a day early, plus any bonus episodes we come up with. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye. So where should we say goodbye from? Well, friends, they provided us with the honorific of the fade to black and center stage, so it's only up to us, the Greek chorus, always the audience we are. At this point, friends, it's time for us to leave our seats behind, take to our feet, and offer Luthen, the Spark, a standing ovation. Until such time as we can see the rest of this play and how it unfolds, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you